YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. If this is your first time here on the channel, thanks for stopping by. Definitely check out some of my other videos, and if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Greatly appreciate it. This video is going to go over the games that I picked up, the games that, I had pre-ordered, that I picked up willingly. And then also there were some great sales in November and December, along with Black Friday and some Christmas gifts. This might be a long one, guys. I'm just letting you know now. Let's get into it. Let's start off with the games that I knew I was purchasing throughout November and December. I had them pre-ordered. I knew they were coming out. Let's start off with those. The first one is for the Nintendo Switch, and it's Outbound Ghost. The Outbound Ghost was released digitally. I think it first came out on Steam, and then a couple of weeks later it hit the eShop. And then, I did see that there was going to be a physical version. So I was like, I'll just hold off for the physical version because that's what I do. I like my physical games. And unfortunately, this physical version has some bugs. There's some bugs. You know what? I don't know if it's both the digital and the physical version. I don't know, but there's some bugs in this game. So I'm going to hold off to play it. This game initially really looked interesting to me just because I love, Paper Mario. I love Mario and Luigi, that series. And this seems to be like a love letter to those games. And it looks really cool. So I don't know. Whenever there's a patch for the game, I'll try it out. But as of right now, not going to play it yet. The last game I picked up in 2022 was Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. It came out, guys. It came out. I decided to go with the Switch version because portability. It's still in the plastic. Haven't had a chance to play it. But yeah, this game originally dropped on the PSP. I played it back then, and to be quite honest with you, I don't remember anything from that time when I played it. Don't remember a single thing. I do remember it being more action-based as opposed to like turn-based, and of course Zack, right? But as far as the story goes, I don't really remember anything. So once I do play this game, it's gonna be like brand new experience, like I'd never played the game before. Ooblets. I did pick this up. I think I got this from GameStop. It's put out by Fangamer, and I love Fangamer because they are always adding little extras into their games. I totally try to support Fangamer whenever I possibly can, whenever something interesting is dropping. Definitely support them because they always have little extras in their games. But yeah, Ooblets, number one, is fun to say. Ooblets. What an ooblet is, I'm not quite sure. I think it's your little farming buddies. I don't know. Haven't played the game yet. But this looks like the ultimate cozy game, right? It has a really unique art style to it. There's dancing, a little farming sim in there, little Pokemon-esque gameplay going on. So yeah, a lot of people have put this on their top 10s for last year. And I definitely want to try it out sometime in the near future. The next couple games I'm going to share with you I've actually played. We'll start off here with Harvestella. I really want to like Harvestella. I do. I really do. But from the 2-3 hours that I've played of it, I'm not vibing with it all that much. I'm noticing some things in the game that I'm not necessarily vibing with. This is basically Square Enix answer to, the farming sim genre, I guess. I don't want to call it a cozy game because I feel personally that it's not, but definitely more along the lines of like Rune Factory. You have your farm, you have your combat, and you have relationships, right? My main issue with Harvestella, actually there's two. One is the combat. Not really digging the combat. I don't know if this is a game where I need to play more of it and unlock more of the combat abilities in order for it to get really cool. But the combat just doesn't feel right. There's something about it. Not to mention you can't lock on to any of the enemies. So that's a little off-putting to me as well. It just doesn't feel right. And number two, this kind of feels like a mobile game. Does anyone else agree with me? The fact that, simple things like repairing bridges, crafting, it all takes time, right? You basically are losing time throughout the day, and that's just a little off-putting as well. Again, like I said, I want to play more of it because I do want to like it. Like this on paper is my jam. This is my type of game. Just not vibing with it right now. Pokemon Violet. It's crazy that we got 2 Pokemon games in 2022. This is the one Pokemon game that I haven't spent enough time with. But for what I've played of it, it's pretty cool. I love the open worldness of it. You can basically go anywhere whenever you want to go. It's not linear at all, which I totally appreciate. I also really like the Paldea region, and I do like the new Pokemon that I've seen so far. I know there was a lot of talk around the time of the release that there was some serious bugs in here as well. Seems to be a common issue nowadays with video games, but I guess that's a story for another, I guess that's a topic for another video. But yeah, I played about 10 hours, almost 10 hours of the game. Haven't really come across any crazy bugs or anything like that. Pokemon Violet, definitely will come back to it. I always come back to the Pokemon games and play through them. I did play through and complete Dragon Quest Treasures for the Nintendo Switch, and I really enjoyed my time with it. This is probably like the first, maybe the second spin-off game. I'm thinking I did complete Dragon Quest Builders, but this is like the second Dragon Quest spin-off game that I've completed. Really enjoyed it a lot, despite it being a bit repetitive. I mean, you know, it's no secret the game is repetitive. The whole gist of the game is you basically play as two siblings, Eric and Mia, and you can kind of swap in between them. And you're basically looking for these 7 stones, right? And in order to do that, you have to dig them up. It's treasure. You go out, you can have 3 Dragon Quest monsters in your party, and they all have different abilities, and that's how you find these treasures. It's a lot of fun. You're basically building up your camp. You'll have rival gangs that'll try to take your treasures from you. I was just addicted to the gameplay. Even though it was repetitive, I had so much fun going across these lands and trying to search for all the treasures that I possibly can. Then I also thought it was rewarding that the treasures, once you come back to the camp, the treasures get like evaluated. So I was trying to get like iconic treasures. It was so much fun. Definitely recommend it if you're into games like this. I did pick up the new Dark Picture Anthologies game, The Devil in Me. I played through all of this on Twitch and had so much fun with it. I always enjoy these games, right? The Dark Picture Anthology series isn't my favorite type of like Until Dawn game, right? Like it's not my favorite like choose your own adventure. But they're a good time to play and definitely a good time to stream. This one seems like it has way more jump scares than any of the other Dark Picture Anthology games. But basically the premise is it kind of has like a Saw vibe to it. You're in this hotel and yeah, there's all these traps, and that's kind of all I want to say because I don't want to spoil it if you're into these choose your own adventure type of games. But yeah, definitely can't wait for the next one to come out. I also picked up God of War Ragnarok for the PlayStation 5. Haven't beat this one yet though, although I believe I'm pretty close to beating it. Some things are going down, cleaning some stuff up, cleaning some messes up because it's gotten rather messy. So yeah, I feel like I'm close to beating this one. I haven't decided if I want to actually platinum the game as much as I love the combat and exploring and all that stuff. Those ravens are just too much for me, right? And at times, some of those puzzles, to open up chests can be a little bit much too. So I haven't decided if I want to platinum it yet, but I definitely am taking my time with it. It might be done, sooner rather than later. But it's a really good game. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm going to quickly run through these games that I picked up during Black Friday, just because I already recorded a short for them. I'm trying to explore the shorts realm here on YouTube a little bit more, trying to branch out into TikTok as well. I just think they're fun. So yeah, quickly, the Black Friday games that I picked up, I did get Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, because it's a fantastic game. Played it on the PlayStation Vita and absolutely adored it. The Chant was super cheap during Black Friday, so I picked it up. This is one that I had my eye on, before it was released, and then it quickly dropped in price. This is a survival horror game. The Lake is supposed to be a really good adventure game. It's set in the mid 80s. I'm a sucker for anything that's set in like the 80s and especially the 90s. But I want to definitely stream this very soon. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin also dropped in price significantly. So I thought it was the perfect time to pick it up. Bunny Park was super cheap. Looks like a really cute, like sim cozy type of game. Nier Automata significantly dropped in price as well, and I pounced on it just because I loved Nier Automata. I played it on the PlayStation 4, adored it. Such a great game, and if I really enjoy a game, I don't mind double dipping. So I went ahead, got this version, and I'm so impressed that it's out on the Nintendo Switch, and apparently it runs rather well. And finally, Sonic Frontiers. I'm currently playing this. Wow. It's really good. It's a really good Sonic game, really good 3D Sonic game that I am enjoying my time with. Honestly, I am. In the beginning of December, Amazon had some Switch games go on sale, so I looked through what they were offering, and I did find 4 games that I had on my list of games I wanted to add to the collection, but I was waiting for a price drop. This was $15. It's In Sound Mind. If I'm not mistaken, this is on everything, right? But it just recently came out, the Switch. I want to say back in September of 2022. It's a survival horror game, and anytime there's a survival horror game on the Nintendo Switch, I'm gonna pick it up because I'm into the genre, and this looks like a really cool one. Fist Forged in Shadow Torch is a fantastic Metroidvania. I originally played through the game back in the beginning of 2022. I think it was January, if I'm not mistaken, and I absolutely loved it. It came out on PSN, downloaded it, and I was like, hell yeah, it's a really good Metroidvania. So yeah, I think it was back in September or October, I don't know, sometime last year. The physical version came out for the Nintendo Switch. This is the limited edition. It comes with a really cool steelbook case. I'm all for these steelbooks, especially for the Nintendo Switch. But yeah, can't recommend this enough for people that enjoy Metroidvanias. I'm terrible at shmups, shooters, whatever you want to call them. I'm terrible at them. But I love that. I love playing them. I just don't, buy them that often because I'm not good at them at all. I did though see that Hurry Hue, I think it's Hurry Hue and Friends, was on sale for $10, and I was like, okay. And this has been on my list to get for a while. I've wanted to get this game for a while, but again, since I'm not good at shooters or shmups, don't really want to spend full price on it. And it dropped in price, and I was like, yep, let me pick it up. And I played some of it, and I was like, geez, here I am judging the box art. Like, oh, this is going to be an easy shooter or shmup. This is going to be easy for you, Steph. Hell no. It looks cute, but it's hella hard. The last game that I picked up from that Amazon sale is the collector's edition of Treasures of Aegon. I believe that's how you say it. Again, this is the collector's edition. It was $20, and it was weird to me, the fact that this collector's edition was still available. If I'm not mistaken, this came out a couple years ago, and I had my eye on it then. But here we are. I have it to add to the collection and play. This is an adventure game of sorts. You solve puzzles, there's parkour, cool comic book style. So yeah, definitely want to check it out. Guys, we finally made it to the final pile here, the games and things that I got for Christmas. Definitely not sharing with you everything that I got for Christmas because it's all not relevant. But I do want to share one thing that's not, it's not really relevant, but it's something that I'm really excited about and I can't wait to read. It is, I got a couple of books, several books for Christmas because I'm trying to get back into reading. But this is the only comic that I got for Christmas. But I am so excited for this trade paperback. Volume 10, Saga. It's back, guys. I am just so excited to read through this entire thing and then wait a couple months for, Volume 11 to come out. Can't recommend this enough for anyone who likes to read graphic. Even if you don't like reading comics, graphic novels, and you just enjoy a really good story and great art, definitely check out the Saga series. It is fantastic. Oh my gosh. My son did get me Goat Simulator 3 for the PlayStation 5. These games are just dumb fun, they're silly. The physics are ridiculous. So yeah, Goat Simulator 5. Need for Speed Unbound. I played some of this and I have enjoyed the time that I have spent with this game. Not even gonna front. Really enjoying it. Love the art style. Art style's cool. Music's really good. Definitely has more of an urban vibe to it, which I appreciate. It does have those police chase though, and I've never liked the police chase in Need for Speed games. it's in here, but it's not too bad. But yeah, definitely want to play more of this. One of the things my husband did get me is Callisto Protocol. Haven't had a chance to play it yet, and I definitely plan on playing it sometime soon. Hasn't gotten the best reviews, but you know what? Not everything does. I'm still interested in this game, kind of like being scared, and I'm getting that feeling that this is gonna do it for me. You know, it definitely has those Dead Space vibes. I think I'm gonna hold off on picking up Dead Space, the remake, until I play through Callisto Protocol first. So yeah, Callisto Protocol. I also received some Amazon cards for Christmas, so I decided to put some of that Amazon cash towards Sifu for the Nintendo Switch. This is the Vengeance edition. Comes with this really dope steelbook. I'm telling you guys, I'm a sucker for these steelbooks. Comes with this really dope steelbook case, which looks really good. Yeah, it's crazy to think that these big games are dropping on the Nintendo Switch. Do they look the best? No. But for me, again, portability is what it's all about. As long as it's not a broken game and I could play it, you know, in handheld mode, I'm all for it. I really wanted to play Sifu when it was released on the PlayStation 5, but I held off because at that time, everything that I was hearing about the game was saying that it was so difficult. Since I'm terrible at games, I was like, I'm just gonna, you know, no thank you. It's not for me. But then they patched it out. There's, I guess, difficulty modes, made it a little bit easier. And I was like, okay, I can handle it. And then they said it was coming to the Switch. I was like, all right, here we go. Yeah, the premise of the game seems really cool. You basically play as, I don't know if he's a warrior. I don't know if he's a ninja, whatever he is. When you die, you come back and you've aged, right? Which is really dope. The combat's supposed to be really good in here. So yeah, definitely want to check this out. When? I don't know. Last thing I'm going to show you is a piece of hardware. It's a rather big purchase. I purchased it for myself, Christmas present for myself. And, you know, I ordered it in the beginning of December because I got a holiday bonus at work. So I decided to put some of that money towards this hardware, and it came like mid-December, and I had it sitting under the Christmas tree until Christmas Day. Guys, I picked up a Steam Deck. Yeah, I won't say too much about the Steam Deck because I definitely want to have a dedicated video about the Steam Deck, but I did pick up the 64 gigabyte Steam Deck, and then I bought myself a 512 gigabyte, you know, micro SD card, whatever they are. Yeah, and I've put some games on this bad boy, and I definitely plan on doing a video to talk about the Steam Deck, but I'm just gonna straight up say I'm impressed. So those are my end of year pickups, guys. Let me know what you picked up at the end of 2022. What are some of the highlights for you? Of course, I want to thank all of you for watching this video, and I'll check you next time. Peace.